Welcome back to the City of Palms podcast. Two brothers got together, started a podcast to shine light on talented individuals in the Southwest Florida area. Thank you for watching, viewing, and subscribing.
Episode 98.
So, we did a couple things today.
It's been a day, dude. Jesus.
It's been a day, dude. It's been a solid day. Solid Saturday. I do miss the days we could record on Wednesdays and Saturdays. You ever think about that?
Yeah, we
Yeah.
could double up, and that was nice.
Yeah.
We could stock up on episodes. We could do you and me episodes and a guest episode. We could
Oh,
do
yeah.
2 guests a week.
Oh, yeah.
Cherish these Saturdays now, though, dude. It is nice having Saturday nights, especially
Oh, yeah.
like today. We're like we had, at least for me, like having the day off. Like had a whole day full of stuff to be done, and end it right here.
Yeah, the days are nice, dude. Saturday nights are nice.
I like that we were able to spend the afternoon together, like working on the just difficult aspects of today.
Yeah.
Car wouldn't start. That threw a wrench in my whole game plan right in the morning.
Got her
Vacuum
started.
broke. That threw a wrench in me cleaning. I usually clean the house before the podcast, get it all nice and fresh, get the dog hair vacuumed up so that Danny's allergies don't get to him. But we handled it, dude. Vacuum's fixed now. I'm gonna vacuum after the show. Car's good now. Got a new battery.
There you go.
Thanks to Danny.
Hey.
It's a good day, bro.
It was a good day, dude. It was a good day. I'm glad we could figure that out. Glad we could.
And we could sit here and bellyache. We could sit here and complain about how I needed to do this and needed to do that, and we could have went and skated instead. But you know what?
Winning streak.
Winning streak. Bam.
We're on a winning streak.
I like how today went.
I got a new car.
Dude,
That needs to be addressed. I finally got the G37. We've been talking about it.
it is so nice
We've been
inside
praying
that car,
about it.
dude.
I love it. I knew I didn't want anything else, and it got to a point, man, where it really was like, do I just get, because I needed exactly what I have is exactly what I wanted. You know, the only other thing would be the stick shift, but I'm happy with the paddle shifter.
Yeah, the sport mode.
Sport
It
mode with the paddle shifters
gives you some of those benefits.
and that was a necessity. There were so many other options just without the paddle shifters. Can't do it. The fact that I got the XS is nice too, because realistically, if I did have the rear wheel drive, I said it from the beginning, that's the only difference between the X and the regular, is I'd be burning tires, bro. Let's face it, bro. I'd be burning tires.
Was there any difference? Is it all uniform as far as like upgrade capabilities with like the different models of the G37s? Like, is there any benefit to like different models as far as like what you want to do to it aftermarket type stuff?
I mean,
Or is it all pretty universal?
as far as like
Like mods you wanna do
not,
to it.
Yeah, not really. It's all pretty universal. They all come with the same motor, so it's all just little stuff that the other, like, really the only thing with that the S comes with, aside from just like what differs the sport model to just the regular G37, would be the seats that I showed you, the
Mhm.
sport seats, the rims that come on these. That has sport rims, where you see it's like a more sportier rim, and then the paddle shifters come on the sport mode automatics, and so mine with the X, it's all-wheel drive, and then the S, so it has the sport package. It's got the navigation package inside. So
that was
that's-
cool, dude.
Yeah, you've got to have the navigation package if you want to stream Bluetooth music. So if you didn't have the navigation either, you'd connect your phone, and it would only connect for like calls and stuff. You couldn't be able to stream music.
Damn.
So it's a lot of things that, needed the right thing.
And it got delivered right to your house, dude. That's so cool.
That was nice, dude. Carvana was nice. Yeah, we're trying to make a little video of it. I had Bree film it.
Nice.
Trying to make like a Carvana experience video type thing.
Sick.
I will say though, like all in all, it was a nice experience, and I'm glad. There's a moth in here, and I don't even know what that is. And I'm glad, I'm glad I got it. Thank God I got the car, but it was a little dirty. Inside of the car was a little dirty. I cleaned it, no big deal. Looking brand new now, but it's,
Looks like it was professionally done. You did a good job.
Thanks, man. Thanks. Yeah, I really
Did
put
it smell like that at least, or did you do that?
It smelled pretty good. I did some stuff too, just to kind of help it.
Mhm.
But yeah, it smelled pretty good when I got in there. was nice. Yeah, I love it, man. I love it. It's such a difference from driving the Camry.
Oh, I bet.
Driving my truck to driving that is
Oh,
such
God.
a big difference. But it handles so smooth. Like I was going like, 60 down a straight road, and I just like let go of the wheel just to see like kind of where the steering was at, and I was going straight. Like it was no like turn, no pull to any side, no like bumpy wheel, just literally locked in.
Heck
And it's
yeah.
like that's the way it's supposed to be. But literally the truck was all over the place, and even the Camry is to the point where it's bumping a little bit now at high speeds.
How many miles are on the Camry?
Shoot, I got like 189,000.
Damn.
Yeah.
Solid little car though.
Yeah. Oh yeah. She goes. I still drive that to work too. So I still got all my work stuff in it. That's like the work car. G37 will just be really anything outside of work.
Do you think you see more G37s on the road now that you have one? Or
100%.
yeah?
100%. I've seen I saw a couple with you.
Yeah, there was
And
like 3 as we were
yeah,
just going
yeah,
to
and
get food.
Yeah. And I'm like, what is going on? Oh yeah. 100%.
Yeah, I feel like I see Jenny's all the time. I
Yeah.
think it's because like anytime like because I know like that what the headlights look like now, what the taillights look like, what like it looks like from the side silhouette type.
Mhm.
Like I know what they look like. So anytime I get a glimpse of one, I notice like and I'll like analyze it. I'll be like, oh, what did they do to their Genesis? Or like what? Oh, that's a cool color. Or like oh, those rims look sick. Or like you know what I mean? Like you kind of like analyze the car. Like you today, you were like, oh, you can tell he doesn't have the sport because of the rims. And then you looked
Yeah.
on the back and saw it was just the X.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, man. There's a lot that goes into these like cars, different models and stuff, different packages, trim packages to really make them really what they are.
I'm so glad you got what you wanted because sometimes when you get in that mode of like investing in something new, like new car, you kind of get antsy to like make it happen. You're like, come on, dude, I just want to. And like you might see an opportunity to where it's a good price point, but it's not exactly what you wanted. But you'll just take it because it's like I want one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But you were able to get exactly what you wanted.
I know, man. I love it.
I can't wait to do a new photo shoot with your Infinity now with my Genesis, like because same story of my Genesis, like that's exactly what I wanted, black, auto, like manual, all that shit,
Yeah.
exactly what I wanted, and now you got exactly what you wanted.
Yeah, yeah. Maybe I should get some rims first. Maybe I should throw some rims on it first.
How much would you want to drop on rims? How much would be like your cap, your budget? You think?
2 G's.
No way.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice ass rims.
Yeah, got
Damn.
to, bro. Got to. You got to. If you gotta, if you're gonna do it, you gotta do it. You know what I mean? I'm hoping I can find them on Marketplace. Find somebody that I can get them for the low. But
This might be a dumb question, but would rims be purely aesthetic, or is there anything that like buying like super expensive rims would do for the actual performance? It's just aesthetic, right?
just aesthetic for the
But
most part.
dude, once you see like a car with dope rims, it like totally changes the look of the car.
Yeah. And depending on what you're doing too, they can have like actually worse advantages. Like, if you're daily driving a car, you wouldn't really want like low profile tires, like a big rim with a thinner tire. You ever seen those?
Mm-hmm.
Like what the Audi had, like our Audi. That's
Well, my car too, right? My car has pretty thin like wheel to tire ratio.
no, that's more like just sport.
Oh.
I mean, sport cars would generally have that, but like, then take like my truck into consideration. Had like, a decent rim, but like fat tire. You know what I mean? So, the issue with just like if you're daily driving something, with thin tires and you hit like a pothole or something,
Oh,
way
more
less
wear and
likely
tear,
to
yeah.
have like some issues. I think that went off.
Yeah, dude, my rims are tragic.
Yeah.
Whenever I look at my rims,
Yeah,
dude.
not for long.
Yeah, not for long. Hopefully Monday, dude. This Labor Day, we can look and get that going.
Oh yeah.
Cause when I had them plasti dipped, they looked solid, dude. Like looking out at I mean, anytime I wash my car real nice and like get it all cleaned up, it's so nice just looking out in the driveway and seeing it sitting there. You know what I mean? But especially whenever it's got black on black. Even just the plasti dip, dude. The plasti dip looked solid right when we did it, and then once I redid it once, it looked good. But then plasti dip eventually just looked terrible,
Yeah.
and then now after like stripping that plasti dip, it just looked awful. Now it's all dusty.
I know.
Brake calipers are all dusty, but I'll get it cleaned up.
Yeah. Even black rims are nice, man. Yeah, I wonder how much it would be just for like a set of solid black rims, because even this will probably eventually
Wear out.
wear out,
Mm-hmm.
fade. Just fade is the biggest thing.
Yeah.
With all the sun, they'll eventually probably fade.
Yeah, because it's not like.
But it'll take longer, you know.
Mhm.
And then too, once they are painted, it would just be easier to. You don't even have to take the wheel off. Just put index cards
Yeah,
around
seal
it.
it all out.
Take off the tire, and then or not take it off, but you know, kind of mask off the tire with the index cards, and then just kind of brush up, you know,
Mhm.
surface coat.
Hey, bub.
But yeah, I mean, you'll see a difference for sure. The thing with the Plasti Dip is it wears really fast.
Yeah, and
The
it peels.
Yeah. Plasti Dip is good stuff. You know, it definitely looks nice for a little bit.
It just looks worse once it does wear though, because I feel like even the gloss paint, if it fades or whatever, like gets a little scratch here and there, it still won't look as bad as like when Plasti Dip starts to peel, because it's like chain reaction, you know, like snowball effect, where it just peels a little bit, and the next thing you know, you got a whole like strip ripped off of your rim or whatever.
Yeah.
Not
Oh
ideal.
yeah. Oh dude, I Plasti Dipped a car.
I know, dude. You're
Yeah.
Tiburon, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I remember seeing that. It's crazy. I never saw the Mustang though.
I
Never
know.
saw you in that
That
car.
was my
ever.
first manual car. Yeah.
What all work did you put into that one again? Didn't you get you upgraded the exhaust, right?
Yeah, cold air intake, exhaust. Put like subs in it, door speakers. Did like a short throw shifter, so it was. So like, cause you like had to pull like really long into gears, cause it wasn't like it was made like it was an older Mustang, so you had to like freaking, it was like rowing a boat when you're shifting gears.
So it's
bro.
more like your truck, how it's got like the big gearbox.
Yeah. And then the short throw shifter just changes, so it was only like very short distance.
That's what I
like
love
your
about my car. Yeah, because it's just a flick of the wrist,
I
dude. I can
know.
go from first to six, just like
I know. I
It's
love
awesome.
I love that. That's the one thing about your car too. I was like, that's amazing. And yeah, did that, exhaust, headlights, yeah, just a bunch of cosmetics, rims and tires.
And then, did you get rid of it to get a truck?
I traded it for the truck. Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
You got a steal on that truck though.
Yeah, I had money ready to put down on it. I was gonna do the Mustang, and like I had some money to put down, but the guy just wanted to trade outright, which was good because the truck needed a bunch of work.
Mhm.
So then I got the truck and put like a bunch of money into it, but I had the money, able to do that.
Crazy to see the evolution of all the things, like, you know,
I
like
know.
Mustang to truck, that was a dope deal. Truck to cash for the G37 and guns.
Yeah. That's
Are you gonna go shooting tomorrow?
trying to?
I've
yeah.
never shot a gun.
I know. I really want to go. I really want to go with you, and I've been learning a lot. I've been learning a lot about guns, just to have more knowledge about it.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Like how to clean it and everything.
Yeah, and how to really handle guns. Like
Yeah. What
there's-
type of ammo do they take? You said You said both are 9mm.
Mhm.
Oh.
Yeah.
That'll be solid, dude.
Yeah, something like I don't know if people listening will be like, this guy, but like something I learned is like kind of just like common courtesy if you are ever around a gun. Anytime someone ever hands you a gun, something like you should definitely just do is like drop the mag, put it aside. Like if you're just inside, someone's like hand you the gun to like look at it. It's just like drop the mag, put it to the side,
Open the chamber.
slide the slide back. Yeah, look at the chamber, make sure there's not a bullet in there, and then you can kind of start to play
Look
with it.
at it.
Yeah, but
That
that's
makes
just kind of
sense.
Even like when I've been like, just talking with people and like holding the gun, looking at it, showing them or whatever. I'm constantly like making sure I already know the clip's out, but I'm constantly like pulling back and just looking, just to like you can never be too safe.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like you never they're serious. It's a serious thing. No matter what you have, they're serious, and it's just good to know like a little knowledge.
Mhm.
Like
That's something that I hope to learn one day, is just like that like level of awareness, you know what I mean? Like how to just things like that, like because I wouldn't even know if someone handed me a pistol. I wouldn't even know how to like drop the mag out of there, open it
Yeah,
up, and like
yeah.
I don't know how to do that.
Yeah,
I've never
yeah.
like handled a gun
dude,
like that.
yeah, dude. When I was 18, man, when I just turned 18, me and Bree just randomly went to the gun range because I had heard Fowler Firearms and Gun Range on Fridays you didn't have to pay for range time. You just paid for like
Ammo.
the gun rental and ammo. So I was like, all right, cool. So back then, when you were 18, you could shoot. I don't know what the rules are now, but when I just turned 18, you could shoot like long arm rifles or shotguns or anything. You just couldn't shoot. You had to be 21 to shoot handguns.
Mm-hmm.
And so I walked in there and I shot. First gun I ever shot was a 22. I just walked in there and I was like, hey, like I've never shot guns, like, you know, or just, you know, whatever. I'm trying to do it. He's like, you ever shot a gun? No. So like he walked in there with me, gave me a quick rundown as far as like, this is how you load it. You know, you put it in, cock it back, and then, you know, go at it. And man, I got the 22 and I start pop, pop, pop. He's like, no rapid fire. I'm like, all right, my bad. But I was like, I remember I was like shaking, like, cause I was just like, dude, like, this is crazy. Like,
the
I'm just
power in
here.
your hands.
Yeah. You're just like, I'm just here, like, doing this, and he told me just to let him know whenever I'm like satisfied with that and want to like change out for another gun. So I'm like, all right, cool. 22 to this day was probably like one of the coolest things I've ever shot. Just and that probably made like a lot of listeners laugh if they are gun people, but it's like that's probably not. I'm not gonna say one of the coolest things I've ever shot, but that's what I would recommend to anybody who's like never shot a gun. Like I want to own a 22 just for that reason, like, cause it's literally like nothing. Like it was literally just like an airsoft gun. Like
Easy to
no,
handle.
yeah, no kickback, but it's a nice hold. You know what I mean? So it's fun, man, and it was fun. And then from there I shot, I think the next gun I shot was a 12 gauge shotgun. That was cool. That was some kick.
That had
was,
some, yeah.
I was like, wow, that's nice. And that was just a dream, you know, as a kid, you're like, I want to shoot a 12 gauge. Like shot that in GTA 5. Like
For
I want to
real.
shoot it in real life. And that was just fun. Double barrel. That was hollow points too. So I was just messing up this target. I was like, this is sick. Or not hollow points, buckshots. So it's like filled with like these BBs.
Oh, is that
like
where
100
it sprays?
Yeah, like sprays. So it was
Oh.
just those were fun. Then I did an AR-15. That was a little crazy. That was fun. That was really fun. And then I did an AK-47, and that was fun too. And then I think I left. And then I've been back since I've been 21 and shot like a bunch of pistols and stuff. Those are all fun. I like pistol shooting. I like I like them both for sure. But it's fun, man. It's really fun. Because it's like, you're not just like, it's like like a stress reliever, low key. But it's also like, it's engaging. Like your mind, you have to concentrate, especially with like pistol shooting. Because like, you got to get a solid grip on it. And when you pull the trigger, you won't even notice it. Even if you're like, I'm not going to move at all. You like move a little bit. Like from recoil and just kind of like your body will shake. So it's really important to like.
Is like breath control thing too? Like, isn't that a thing where like when you're aiming, or is that just if you're doing like sniper shit?
I'm not an expert, but I mean, I would assume, you know, you don't want to be like shaky breathing when you're like holding anything. You know, I would assume if you're shaking, like that's a problem. Just in general, if you're like, that's
Yeah.
not. But the way you hold the gun, you know, nice and secure, and then like, you kind of like, you want to work on it. You want to work on it to the point where you can not, you know, get it to not move or adjust accordingly.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I've been telling I want it because they have like pretty dope little arsenal of their own. You know, like they have their own custom like little pistols and like I don't even know all the like names of the guns they have, but like they got a cool little setup to where they've got shotguns, they've got rifles, they've got a pistol of each. You know, I'm pretty sure probably has a couple or something like that. But like, and they know how to use them. Oh yeah. They're all legal, registered. But like, and they
some people just might not want to air that out.
Oh yeah, true. But no, like that, like it'd be such a cool skill to have. You know what I mean? Just in case, like, God forbid, like anything happened to when like that would be like very necessary to be able to have like to where having those pieces of equipment and the skill set would like severely put you ahead. You know what I mean? For sure.
And even not, hey, relax. Gohan. Relax.
See, I don't need a gun. I got him. Gohan, come here.
Even not even that, but even just the skill to know how to do that. Like if you come across one, say the world was ending, you didn't have one, but you're like, you know, streets are going crazy. You go and you see one, and it's like, I need that. You need to know how to what kind of ammo
it takes, how to clean it, how to
load it, how to unload it, how to check if there's a bullet in there, like.
Or if you are against someone who has like a pistol pointed at you or something, like if you were to like get a moment, huh?
Oh, I said, you gotta have it on you at that point.
No, yeah, but if you're in a situation to where like I don't know, you're in like a bank and there's a bank robbery situation, I don't know, like just whatever insert situation, like, and you have an opportunity to like disarm them or like get it from them, someone like me, I'd be like, you don't have a gun anymore. Woo! I mean, I would know it's probably like ready to go, so if I just pull the trigger, you're good. But like, I wouldn't know. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
Scary.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about. In today's society, it's better just to have, have one on you, know how to use it.
Use
Better
it responsibly.
Better to have. What do they say? Better to have it and not need it.
Than need it and not
Need it
have
and
it.
not
Yeah,
have it.
yeah.
Classic.
Mm-hmm.
Classic.
I wonder what it feels like to shoot a sniper rifle.
Oh, I know. Yeah.
You remember Chris Janicki's airsoft sniper rifle?
Yeah.
Crazy, dude.
Yeah. That went crazy. That did go crazy. You heard the new Drake album? You haven't.
No, I haven't heard it. Not a single song.
Not a single song. That's crazy.
Yeah, I
That's
haven't really been
crazy.
listening to new music lately.
No?
Been listening to I've been really stuck on Polo G's last album. Like whenever I turn on whenever I like turn on an album to listen like from start to finish, I've been listening to his Hall of Fame album, and then I've been listening to J. Cole over and over. And there's just certain songs out of those albums too that like if I'm just in a certain type of mood, I'll just like pop on those songs. And I'm listening to a lot of country too.
Do you ever, when you're skating, do you ever listen to, because that's the time I listen to new albums a lot, like new music coming out. If
Yeah,
I'm
that's
skating,
what
because that's
I
when you're
did.
skating for like hours.
Yeah, that's the best, honestly, because that's what I did when when Kendrick Lamar released what the hell was his most recent album called? Damn, yeah. When he released that, I was in Pennsylvania, and it was sick. I remember that day vividly, because when I think I did the same thing when Lady Gaga dropped Joanne, or whatever the name of that album was that had that Joanne song on it.
Jolene, Jolene.
Not that song, but
That song's fire though.
close. I mean, basically the same. She says Joanne. You know what I mean?
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's a dope album. But that and Kendrick Lamar's album, I went to the skate park in Pennsylvania. That was a trek. It wasn't even like going to Veterans. It was like if we were to drive to like, not Bradenton. I don't know. It was like an hour drive for me to get to the skate park in town, and I would spend all day there for that
The
reason.
local?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the
Wow.
nearest skate park was like 45, 50 minutes away.
That's
But it was so cool whenever I got to go because it
Really?
was just me. Like, you know, like Delaney went with me one time, but it was just me and I didn't have skater friends. So like, and there really weren't that many skaters around there. A lot of times there'd be like bikers and scooter kids there, but maximum like 10 people there, maybe, but like usually less.
It was a pretty nice park too, huh?
It was sick.
I remember you telling me.
Yeah, I wasn't that good at training, and honestly, I had some of my best like training days there because there was a lot of stuff I didn't really know how to skate, like a lot of like interesting training with transfers and stuff like that, and like some pretty big concrete quarter pipes that I wasn't comfortable. And I learned how to do frontside airs. I did a crail, like frontside crail grab. Learned how to do that, and just learning how to skate like steeper transition. Like I remember trying blunt to fakies on like that steep quarter pipes there was hard because it seemed like it was more geared towards like BMX or something, the way that they laid out the bowls and stuff. But and it was a hard park to skate. But yeah, I would put on Kendrick Lamar's album and I listened to it twice from start to finish, I think, while I was skating. And you listen to music differently when you do it like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it's not like, I don't know. I feel like if you're doing anything else, unless you're maybe at the gym, like I can't even think of other times I would listen to albums from start to finish. But you're usually doing something else to where like you're kind of like preoccupied, not really listening to the words.
Mm-hmm.
But when you're skating, like I don't know, I feel like it like resonates with you in a different way because you're almost using the music. At least me, like using the music to like fuel your next trick. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's why it's sketchy too, because it's like you got your go-tos. You feel me? Like you got your go-tos for skating.
I put on One Way TB whenever I'm like
for sure.
like trying to, if I'm like not really in a good mood or like just not really like feeling too like energetic on my board, I'll put on some One Way TB and then be like, all right, now we're grooving.
Have you tried to listen to One Way recently?
What do you mean?
Can't.
You can't? No.
I think he took the majority of his stuff. If I'm not mistaken.
Tell me you're kidding.
If I'm not
I don't
mistaken.
have my phone on me, but
Let's see this live in real time.
Because dude, especially Out for the Count and Me Time,
Live in real time.
all gone.
He keeps saying something better's coming. Something good's on the way.
All right, I ain't gonna complain. it was nice while it lasted. I enjoyed all that music, and I'm
Dude.
stoked for Hellcat to drop. Because whenever Hellcat drops, we're
know.
turning up at the skate park. When
I
we're bringing your
know.
speaker. I want the lamb. I want the Hellcat.
I know. I know. I know.
He's on another level, dude. I cannot wait to hear what he has in store
Yeah.
for real.
Oh,
Shout out
dude.
One Way TV because
He posted
like,
a teaser where it was just like all unreleased stuff and just scroll, and I'm like, oh my gosh, all bangers.
the dude. It's like these other people that have been popping off recently, like Polo G. Like he's someone that it seems like he can just write a verse like like easy. You know what I'm saying? Like you can almost rhyme like big old rhyme schemes, just like whatever. Like
I
all right, here we go,
know,
verse,
effortless.
verse.
I
Here's a
know,
feature.
it's
Here's a verse. Here's a
crazy.
feature. Or like Lil Wayne type shit. We're like feature for everyone. There you go. There you go. There you go. Writing ain't shit.
Good.
One Way TV's the same way. Where like it just seems like that dude can just like rhyme, bro, and just like come up with dope little hooks and cool melodies. And man, he's such a star. I can't wait to see what he's got in store.
Yeah, very very versatile. Versatile.
That's the thing too. The man can sing so good.
Yeah.
Wasn't he
Oh.
teasing last time he was here? Wasn't he teasing the R&B album that he was dropping or something?
R&B project. I think so. I think he was. It's been a minute. I've been thinking about having him back in. It's been that much of a minute.
Yeah, because I feel like he's been plotting, dude. It was Christmas when we had him, huh? So it's been almost a year.
Almost a year. Wow.
Crazy, dude. These next couple months are going to be
They're gonna be
wild, bro.
sick. The season time hosting a podcast is the best.
Yeah, because we can decorate, bro.
Because it's
Start
so
in
you can
October.
feel the energy when people are walking in.
Yeah.
If we supply the right like
Oh, yeah, dude.
ambiance.
And
it's
that's
nice,
the.
dude.
I was looking back at highlight clips and stuff from that time, Halloween and Christmas, but especially Christmas. We had the freaking Christmas tree behind
Yeah.
the guests and everything, and
Gotta do it.
yeah, we got big plans this
Gotta
year.
do
It's
it.
gonna be cool, bro.
Gotta do it.
Starting October.
Dude, a couple things I want to touch on that I've just been wondering in life. I've been wondering this, dude. I've been wanting to ask you this, dude, and I keep forgetting. And then I heard it on a podcast, listened to a podcast. Two different co-hosts said it the two different ways. And I was like, okay, so let me ask this guy who's like super smart with English language and stuff.
Okay.
How would you pronounce Homage?
I've actually looked this up, and I don't remember exactly what the correct answer is.
I've heard homage and homage.
I would not pronounce it with the H sound ever, me personally. I'm pretty sure you can do any. I'm pretty sure it's like root and route data, where it's like whatever floats your boat. But I would say homage. Like if I'm paying homage to someone, I would say it like that, homage, like with an
People
O.
say homage.
Yeah, or they say homage, 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 homage.
That's
Like,
insane.
Yeah, there's like different ways to say it. But what I
Can
read,
we get a fucking?
well,
can we
I
get a
read that
final
if you
answer?
say it like homage with like the idge, I heard that it means different things, like slightly different meanings based on how you pronounce it. This is because I looked it up like years ago, but I was curious that too. I'm like, what's the right? How do you? Because I've heard, I think P Rod was someone I heard he always says with an H, homage, and I always thought that was weird. I was like, I've always like read that word as homage, but I don't really know with the root of the word or like how you're supposed to pronounce the H with the O with the G and stuff like that. But I would say homage
Yeah.
personally,
Yeah.
but I wouldn't pronounce it with a H. Personally,
Okay.
ever.
True. There's a, if I'm not mistaken, I think a Jordan shoe, that is like I think it's a Jordan 1, home to, homage, in this case.
Home to homage.
It looks like home to homage.
Home to homage. Home to homage. That sounds like a spell or something.
No, like
Home to homage.
Home to. Maybe that's it.
Home to
could be.
homage.
I could be butchering it.
That sounds better if it was like a title. Home
I
to
know,
homage.
right? That's
Home
what
to
I'm saying.
homage is.
That's
kinda
why
like
I was
weird.
always like, "What is this?"
Well, how do you say it? If you were just off rip default,
I
how would
don't
you
say
say it?
it.
Oh yeah, you don't use that word, I
I don't
guess.
say it. I just.
I don't ever really use
if
that
I think
word.
if I've ever said it in the past, I probably said homage.
Homage.
Because there wasn't until just recently until people were like homage, and I was like, "Are they saying that word with the H in front of it?" And then I was like, "They probably are," and then, yeah,
I don't know if there's a correct way, to be honest. But when I researched it, it was something with the two pronunciations where it's like with the H or with the O at the beginning means slightly different things.
got another one for you.
Mm-hmm.
Since you're so hip hop oriented, this has been a big debate that's been going around here, and you probably heard of
Lay
it.
it on me.
Versus battle. Kanye, Drake.
Oh. Who I think would win?
Yeah.
Honestly, how do they are those versus battles like rap battle type things to where it's just like rapping at each other, like dissing each other, kinda? Because I don't watch a lot of those versus.
If I'm gonna be
things.
real, I've never seen a versus battle.
I've only seen a couple, and I saw clips from the Jadakiss
I've never seen
one.
I've never seen the ones that they do like that.
Because the vibe I've got is more like whoever woos the crowd more. It's not necessarily like rap battle type stuff where it's like who's got the best like slices, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
it's
I think
more
you're
like
right.
the way you perform it. Like that's why the Jadakiss thing was such a big talked about topic is cuz like they killed that shit and the other side didn't, you know what I mean? So I think if it was like Drake versus Kanye, that's tough, but I think I would probably go with Drake. I think Drake would probably, because I think this is hard because I'm not I don't know, dude. I really don't know. I think Drake would win. That's what I'm gonna say. That's what
Really?
yeah.
Really?
Because I think
Have you heard
Kanye
much
has
of
harder
Drake?
bars.
Have you heard much of Drake?
I don't know. I don't really listen to a lot of Drake. That's why this is hard for me. And Kanye, Kanye is someone who I just recently started delving into his discography, and I started at old Kanye. So that's the
old Kanye.
yeah, and I appreciate him as an artist for his whole discography, but he can rap his ass off, you know, he's got super good
Yeah, he's got
abilities
some-
as a
he's got some crazy
lyricist and
bars,
stuff
for
like that.
sure.
And that's what I look for personally in hip hop. Is I really appreciate
You just saying you think Drake could perform it better.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I got
Nowadays, if it was next week, the two
And
of
I'm
them
not
were about to go
disagreeing.
at it.
And I'm not disagreeing. I just ask. I recently, it's I wanted to send you, Drake's new album and be like, bro, you gotta
I'll be sure to listen to it
listen to it.
because
Yeah,
Drake
it's
is someone who I haven't really listened to.
Drake, just to put it into perspective. I mean, he's the GOAT. Let's be real.
Because he can make amazing
Let's be
songs.
real.
That's the thing about Drake is he makes bops. You know what I mean?
That man's genius. He's on Kanye's level about when to drop, how to be like Drake. Dude, Drake drops classics every time. I still listen to Take Care. I think that was Drake's second album. I was listening to that in 7th grade,
That's crazy.
and I listen to it now still. Forever classic.
And even me,
I still
I'm
listen to. My bad, I didn't mean to cut you
No,
off,
you're
but
good.
another good one is I think it's Nothing Was the Same. I think that's an album where it's just it's the clouds with Drake's head.
Yeah.
Album's fire.
I'll put this out. I am not someone who is very well versed in Drake's work, I'm not someone who when Drake. I've never listened to a Drake album from front to back. I'll say that.
Wow.
Yeah. And I sleep on Drake, to be honest. It's just not I don't know. I've never really delved into him as
Bro,
an artist.
when you are sad, listen to Marvin's Room.
Okay.
All I'm saying.
Yeah, I got because this is exactly what happened with Kanye. Kanye was someone who I knew he was the GOAT. I knew he's one of the best to ever do it as far as a musician goes and hip hop and all of that, just as an artist in general. But it wasn't until recently, I think this year, until I really started at album 1 and explored his music. But the songs of Drake's that I do listen to and I do have on my playlists, I listen to constantly. No, I mean not constantly, but they're a good vibe anytime I play them. You know, this song Nonstop. That's one that I have on my hip hop playlist. That if I'm at the gym, bro, and that song comes on, I'm just hell yeah, dude. And I'm not someone who really listens to a lot of Drake.
Yeah,
So
that song's good.
And there's a couple more that I can't think of off the top of my head, but I know I have a handful of Drake songs on my There's one that I like even more than Nonstop now that I think about it, but I can't remember what it is. But yeah, all of those are ones that I can pretty much anytime they come on, I'm not gonna skip them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, dude. I feel you. Yeah, Drake's got a lot of classics. Kanye's got a lot of classics.
What was that really good song he did with Travis Scott when Travis Scott dropped Astro World?
Oh.
That banger, dude. What was it?
Stop.
What is that?
Listeners are going crazy.
I
right
know
now.
they know it already. They're singing it right now.
I don't know how I'm forgetting that right now.
The sun is down, freezing cold. I already know.
Stop.
We do
That
it
was
for
crazy.
Louis
Even
Bell.
even Rohan singing.
That shit's all he knows. He don't know nothing else. What is that?
Sicko mode.
Sicko mode, of
Sicko.
course. But that was another one where it's just like,
listeners went crazy.
I
for
know,
a
they're like,
second.
of course you did it. They're probably going crazy at everything I say when it comes to shit like that.
That was a whole meme. Went sicko mode.
Yeah. What was... Okay,
Whole
I gotta ask
movement.
you this because you probably know. You're more, like, invested in pop culture when it comes to this stuff. What is that he be tweaking thing? What is that? Have you seen that? What is that? Where did that originate?
I never seen that.
You've never seen that, bro. Because, bro, I even pointed it out to December because there's like, it's on Instagram, bro, and it's like I see it in Instagram descriptions. I see it in comments. Like the top comment on like lots of Instagram posts would be like, he be tweaking or whatever, and I don't know where it came from. And even Tony Hawk, bro, even Tony Hawk posted it and said something like, we be tweaking, something about tweaking, and I'm like,
Oh, maybe I did see a little bit about that actually. I think it's from Tony Hawk.
That's the
Because
way
he
they
be
made...
tweaking. You
But-
saw what he did with the boards?
Yeah, because on the I
He
think
be
that
big tweaking.
well, I think it might have something to do
Liquid
with
Death.
that. It might have something to do. I want to talk about that actually because that collab like Lil Nas X and Tony Hawk like little skit they did. Did you see that Tony Hawk's post
Nah.
where it looks like it's you gotta watch it, bro. Actually, while I'm explaining this, you should probably go on Tony Hawk's Instagram and look at it.
I don't want to give that shit another watch. Fuck that. I don't support that shit. Sell a regular skateboard. You're not special.
Okay, let's get into this.
You're
then,
not special.
because I got
Don't
an
put your
opinion.
blood in it.
So here's what happened.
Don't put your blood.
So Lil Nas X, I don't know if you really did, but Lil Nas X
He didn't.
did that thing with the shoe, with the demon shoe, Satan shoe. You
Yeah.
remember that?
Yeah.
And he put his blood in it,
Yeah.
and it was like a whole thing,
Yeah.
and it was controversial.
Yeah. Didn't support that either.
Me either. I'm annoyed because Lil Nas X saw what Tony Hawk did with the Liquid Death and painting the skateboards. I know he didn't actually do that, probably, but like,
Could have.
but he pointed out that like, oh, it wasn't really the blood that y'all were mad about. Trying to say like it's just me personally, or like me being gay, or me being black, or whatever. It's like that's what y'all have an issue with anything I ever do. And I'm sitting here thinking, nah, it's because you come out with some fucking satanic shoe with your blood in it. Like that's just kind of weird. I don't really like fuck with that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like I'm not gonna buy one. And like that's the issue I had. I don't know if anyone else had issues with anything else or him putting his blood in his stuff or whatever. But like, I see Tony Hawk's thing as like less controversial because it's like Tony Hawk and he's Tony Hawk and like putting his blood in red paint and making that as like part of the board sales is different than like making a Satan shoe. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, using your blood's using your blood, and that's weird. But like,
Yeah. Yeah.
I didn't see
I
it.
just
Like,
wouldn't buy one.
you wouldn't buy one?
Hell no.
Why not?
Because I don't need to.
What is
You
your
know what I
what's
mean?
your take on it though?
You know what I mean?
On both situations, because I think that's where the Hebe tweaking thing comes. I
The
think
shoe, yeah, I think it's where it comes from too. The shoe, no. 100% no. Get it out of my face. I would never. The boards, just dumb. Just dumb. The cause behind it, I get that. But it's also like, hey, do that anyway. And Tony, save your blood. Because listen, as a skater, you've got so much blood to give. As a person, you've got so much blood to give. Finite amount. It's not infinite.
also a blood shortage right now. Hospitals really need blood right now.
We give it to the parks. Falling on our knees, scraping our knees. So, don't waste it. Give it to a good cause. Don't put it in the paint. Donate your blood. Because like I said,
I
blood
feel that.
shortage.
Yeah.
So it's like, I just feel like the whole thing was pointless. I get it. I do get it. But again, Liquid Death, I get the cause. Sponsor us on the podcast because we need some good Liquid Death.
I love a good carbonated water.
It's not carbonated. They've got carbonated and uncarbonated.
Oh yeah,
And I'd prefer the uncarbonated. So send us please a variety pack.
because we will use both,
We will use both happily.
and we appreciate the marketing. I
We
like
do.
I like the branding behind Liquid Death.
But what I will say is, I just feel, in my opinion, it's yeah. Ultimately, it's
Silly.
like, yeah, just do, I get it, but it's like, they did it too. Boards sold out quick, so it's like cool.
it worked.
But it was expensive too. Those boards weren't cheap. So it is just kind of.
How much they run?
It was like $500-$600.
No way.
Yeah. Yeah.
That ain't have his blood in it. That was red paint,
I know.
and they paid $600.
I know.
That, I mean, it is cool. It went for a good cause, and like they're dope collectible boards. If I had the money and I just had shit to throw around like
No,
that,
but
I
you get
probably
it.
would've
It's
bought
like
one.
it's like do a regular
never done that,
batch,
boy.
and all proceeds that month, 10% goes to the charity.
Yeah.
You know,
You ain't got
rather
much
than
money.
just doing a. But I get it. Company marketing ad. Today's market. That's what it's about. But not for me.
I feel that.
And it ain't not for me.
I'm glad we got to talk about that because honestly, that was on my mind, and I ain't talked to anyone about that yet.
Me either. Me either, dude. Me either.
Did you see the highlights from that Vert Alert contest that they did though? Tony Hawk.
No.
After Street League, they did a Vert Alert contest and like live streamed it. I didn't watch it, and I only saw like the Instagram stuff they posted about it. But like Sky Brown was in it, freaking Rune Glifberg, Steve Caballero. I think Bucky Elastic wasn't there, but he wanted to be there. Tony Hawk was there. Andy Mack was there. Like these Bob Burnquist, legendary Vert guys, all skating this jam together with the youth like Sky Brown and stuff. And that's immediately after like Raisa wins Street League Women's, freaking Nija and Gustavo Ribeiro and all of them like went head to head at the Street League. Right after that, all the street dudes watched these legendary Vert
That's cool.
skaters.
That's culture.
Yeah, it was cool. It's so I love it. Just makes you feel like skateboarding is alive and well when stuff like that happens. And Tony Hawk posted a pretty emotional post today about it. I guess during Best Trick, he was trying a trick he's only done. He hasn't done it since like 1995 or something like that. He said something like it's been a long ass time before he's tried this frontside Caballero revert on Vert, where like usually Cab does it backside, like backside 360 on Vert, fakie to fakie. He did fakie to regular. I don't fucking know. He did front side, so he did like a front side like Caballero, I guess.
Wow.
Revert, and he landed it after the stream was over and stuff. He kept trying it,
Uh,
and he said it was one of those things where like you're on exhaustion level, like just on your last, you're on E, you know what I'm saying, running on fumes, and he did it, and he landed it, and that's so cool, bro, because he's like what 54 or something like
Yeah.
that. It's one thing to be skating in your 40s, bro, but to be skating in your 50s, that's like
Yeah,
big
dude.
ups for that dude.
yeah.
Legend.
Nah, yeah. Legend for real. Legend for real. Yeah, dude. No, that's crazy.
Yeah, I've been wanting to see if like they have this stream on YouTube or something so I could go watch it cuz Sky Brown amazes me too, bro. She's only like 13 and she had posted a picture of her during that contest doing a Christ Air, and it's just so crazy, dude, seeing how high she flies over the coping, like just straight up bird with that.
Yeah.
One thing I did want to ask you is the idea of a skateboard club. Like if that, because I feel like skateboarding is like growing so much, and now like kids are in school still playing with tech decks like we did when we were in middle school. So like realistically, skateboard clubs could be a regular thing around schools, you know what I mean? Like skateboard programs and like skateboard after school things, and like,
Yeah.
that could be like a regular occurrence because it's not as like I wouldn't say frowned upon, but like it's not as like it's not this like subculture anymore, you know what I mean? It's like legit like sport,
In the Olympics.
athletic activity. Yeah, it's an Olympic.
Yeah, dude. I would. Yeah. I wish they had that when I was a kid.
What do you think, like, if it was just, because most clubs are just like once a week or whatever, like hour or 2 hours, like after school, like what, aside from actually skateboarding, because like insurance purposes, like what kind of stuff do you think you would have appreciated about a skateboard club? Like what, like, cause you put down the board for a while. If
Yeah.
you were in middle school and there was a skateboard club, and what do you think could have been in that club to where you never would have put down the board? Like what sorts of things could you have been like involved in to really keep that like drive to skate? Or to start skating if you didn't skate.
So community, people your age, perfect for a group like that. Community, get people your age involved together. Like when I was coming up, none of my friends skated, so it was like, you know,
Yeah, they were all doing different stuff.
yeah. So, stuff like that. I would say,
What sorts of like specific activities do you think?
yeah, I would
be
say
cool?
like field trips on the occasion would be dope. Go to like skate parks, or I guess would these events be held at skate parks or after school somewhere?
I mean, ideally, yeah, but if it was just in school, just on campus, to where like actual skateboarding isn't a part of the club while you're in school, but I mean,
would you skate
ideally,
in, like,
you'd want
the
the
tennis
skate
court?
club. You'd want the skate club to like encourage people after that to go
So
skate on their own.
so we're skating the tennis court. Let's undo the net. So there's no in between. And just let the kids skate, dude. Let the kids skate.
Did you hear what I said?
What?
I said have skating not involved if it was in school.
In school, like a class?
No, like in school after school program.
Oh, like
club.
in the cafeteria.
Yeah, like a club, skateboard club. Like how they have like chess
That's
club
whack.
and like video game club.
Without the
anime
physical
club.
activity, you can't do it. Unless you get kids that are interested in skating.
But is it possible, you think, to have a skateboard club and get people hyped to go out and learn how to skate on their own time? Or if there is like some sort of skate summer camp or like out of school program at skate parks, like to get involved in those things?
I would say it's...
What could be done in school to
This is a good conversation. I would say it could be done.
because fingerboarding is one thing that through my injury I fingerboarded. That got me hyped to like keep skating because I'm learning tricks just like I am outside but inside because I can try 800,000 times.
But here's the thing.
70.
Here's the thing. As a kid, like, that's not like fun. Like if you like skating,
You got to skate.
you gotta skate. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like the only, you know, yeah, it just wouldn't happen. Wouldn't happen. Unless you could skate with these kids out somewhere. Even like, you know, a basketball court. Yo, I need a basketball court. Let me use this, you know. Tell the kids, bring your own board and bring shoes, skate shoes, helmet. Okay? Kids who are interested, bring your own stuff. You can skate, you can, and then, you know, have an instructor. Kids will come after school activity that way. You know, you can't sit kids down and be like,
I wonder
this was
how
a
that
20
does work.
stair that this guy all
That's
eating.
true.
Practice this fingerboard and get it down on a fingerboard and practice it at home in your free time. Fuck you, they're playing Fortnite. You know, you got to instill in them. And then if they see you skating, you know, they already look, well, you know, whatever. If they see the instructor skating or whoever, they're going to look at him and be like, okay, this guy rips. I want to be like this guy, you know. He's
That's
old,
true.
he can skate.
And I wonder how that works because I was thinking like insurance purposes, like skating in actual school wouldn't be It wouldn't be
It's no
doable.
different than football.
Yeah, or basketball.
Basketball.
Like you can break your arm, you can get jabbed in the eye by a
Anything.
finger, like
Yeah.
break your nose with hit with the ball.
Dude, one time I was waiting. I was in middle school. One time I was waiting outside the gate. I will never forget this. This is how dangerous just life as a middle schooler is. I was waiting there, and this girl had like a stick, and she whipped this kid in the face, and it was a thorn. It was like a I don't think anybody knew that stick had thorns on it. Maybe the girl did, low-key, but like hit him in the nose, and the thorn broke off in his nose, and he literally was like, oh my god, no, like, ow, ow, and then he like moves his nose, and I'm just waiting. You know how if you got to like middle school early enough, because I used to walk to school or ride your bike, you know, if you got there early enough, they didn't open the gate yet. They would open the gate at like 8:45 or whatever, and then you could go in. So we're like all waiting there, and this kid gets whacked, and he's, oh my god, and he moves it, and I just see a thorn like pierced his nose, like a nose piercing. Just all the way in, all the way out, just like plunk, and I'm like, oh shit. Oh my gosh, shit. And the person that was unlocking the gate, like, are you okay?
Like,
Are
oh,
you
shit.
pretty much like, are you okay? He's like, I need
No.
help. You know, just got taken to the clinic's office, but I was like, damn. So that's just life as a middle schooler, dude.
Did I ever
What's
tell you
happened?
about my bloody face incident at the gate outside the middle school, Three Oaks?
Nah.
Bro, there was one morning I was late to school. So, you know, not only did they have the gate closed if you get there too early, but
yeah,
they closed the gate if you get there too late. So, and we had, I think it was Josh Brickley's bike. Didn't have brakes. So only bike, because I usually walked to school, but I was late this day or something. And I was like, no one else on the road. I'm just getting to school late. And I take that bike because I'm like, bro, I'm late. It's going to be 15-minute walk, 5-minute bike ride. So I'm booking it on this bike. No brakes. So, and you're just like on the sidewalk. You can just get your foot behind the tire and just, like just skirt out. But I'm like coming around the corner, going across, through that like little L to get to the gate where you get into Three Oaks Middle from the back, and I didn't realize the gate was closed, and I'm like, just fucking nailed it. I nailed the gate.
I wish
Zero slowdown time, and I just go around and notice it's closed, but when it's too late, and I just slam into it. Hand did not leave the handlebars. Face into the gate. And I cut my gum, bro.
Oh.
I cut my gum. And I didn't I knew I was fucked up because there was blood on my face. And so I didn't go to school. I'm like, I'm going home.
Yes. I was just about to say, please tell me you went home.
Yeah, I didn't wait for someone to unlock the damn gate. I didn't go to the front office. Fuck that. I went home. And only Mandy was home. And I remember I just rode my bike all the way home. Ride of shame. Bloody face. Just like, and I didn't know how bad it was. I remember thinking I looked like the Exorcist because of how it felt. Like, it felt like my face was so messed up. And I didn't have a mirror or cell phone, so I, didn't know what I looked like. So I'm just riding home, just pain in my face, just blood coming down, and I'm just like, oh my God, let's go. And then I get home, and I didn't want to freak Mandy out, so I walk in like this, and she's like, weren't you supposed to go to, why are you back, Brian? And I remember it didn't look as bad as I imagined it looking, because I straight up thought I looked like the Exorcist. Thought my face was probably just cut up and bloody. But then I did cut my gum, though, and it was like all bleeding and stuff. But I got cleaned up, took the day off school, never rode that bike again.
Mom's like, what happened? I don't like the bike with no brakes.
And what that make?
I was riding fast.
The game was closed. It wasn't open. Yeah,
That's your hands all cut out too.
I think it was mainly just my face. That's all. At least that's all I recollect was that I had a big old split in my gums.
Is that camera still going?
No, that one died.
Fuck. That one's about to die too. Well,
You ready to wrap it up?
we've been going for almost an hour.
Yeah, I feel like we covered a lot of topics.
There was one thing I wanted to tell you. You're gonna be 26 soon, right? That's crazy.
One thing that motivated me, this is random, but watching that Verso part of Mark Suciu's, I found out he's almost 30, and seeing the level he's skating at. Because sometimes I feel like, man, am I getting too old for this, or should I be doing to calm down, just start skating mini ramps? And then I see what these guys are skating, and I'm like, bro, I got 10 more years left in me, bro.
Yeah.
15 more years
Easy.
left in me.
Yeah, 20.
Yeah, I'm only over the hump of 20s. I'm still
Yeah,
mid-20s.
Yeah, bro. So,
You remember what you were gonna say?
yeah, I do. Couple quick questions. We'll rifle them off real quick. Real quick answers. You ever take shit in school?
Yep. Oh wait. No.
Really?
I probably
Ever?
have, but my rule was no. And I realize why now. Because in school, I realized how open that thing is, dude. Whole hallway can hear you. If you got a stomach ache and you try to take a shit and you just... You know what I'm saying? Everybody's going to hear you in the hall. So no. What about
Wow. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
you? You would?
I did. Multiple times. It's not something...
You'd try to avoid it.
Yeah. You try to avoid it, but it happens. But it did get to a point, especially in high school, where it was just like, dude, that's what's happening.
That used to be something I
Because
really
in high
cared
school,
about
it's
as a
like, dude,
kid.
it's high school and as high school, it's like, fam, I'm got weight training. I'm drinking protein shakes now. What the fuck?
It was pizza day.
I'm drinking, dude, y'all give me this food. I had nachos probably 90% of my life through high school.
Yeah.
Because them nachos were gas.
Yeah. Nachos and
And-
cheeseburgers were my two go-tos at school.
And that's another thing. With school nachos, would you crunch up? 2 ways to eat them. Crunch up the chips, pour the bag in the cheese and meat, eat it with a spoon.
Yeah, that's the way I would do it. I think I would fluctuate.
Low-key savage. Me too.
I think
Me
I'd
too.
fluctuate, especially even the
The spoon
entree I
is
would
savage.
get. Like sometimes I would like get a burger and then I just get a burger for like 2 months or something, and then I'd switch and get
Yeah.
nachos for like 2 months. But
Yeah.
when I remember that was my favorite way of eating nachos was
The nachos
just get
were
that
so
whole
slept
scoop of
on.
meat, just plop it in the cheese, and then mix it all up. Because sometimes there was like the cheese would like harden a little bit. And it was just better if you just mixed it all up. I
Yeah.
ain't eating that cheese plain.
Yeah.
And then you crush up the chips, all nice, and then you pour it in there, and then you mix it all up. So it's just this big old like slurry of freaking meat and cheese and chips, and then you eat it with the.
Yeah,
food.
I've done that. It's savage. I
Get
would
the job
always
done.
try to like sweet talk the like lunch ladies. I'd be like, please let me get like more,
Yeah, I get double.
please.
Get another scoop of meat.
I would go back though. There was times I would go back just to get a whole nother lunch. Like the first lunch was like 40 cents, and they're like, this one's $2.25. I'd be like, it's fine. I got money in the account.
Yeah, I got money in the account.
Mom gave me a check for $8. I'm
Charge
good.
it up. Yeah.
I'm good for a couple days.
I got a check for $8 today. Double it
Heck
up.
yeah. Heck yeah.
Triple it up.
Remember the holiday fairs they used to do? Santa's Workshop.
Oh yeah, the gingerbread house.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
That was crazy.
And
I wonder
book
if they
fair,
still do that. Book fair was fire.
bro. I found out I'm able to get stuff from book fair.
They still do that?
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah, they do. And I got a dope book, and they have like
It's just kids' books.
no, I know, but like that book I texted you pictures
Oh,
of.
you got that? From
Yeah,
them?
that was from book fair, and they were
Wow.
$5, and they had $2 books too. And I'm like, bro, $5 for a hardcover book? Are you kidding me? Give me 3. And then no, I only got 1, but like, what about 3? But they got like manga and stuff too. They got My Hero Academia manga,
Wow.
Dragon Ball Super manga.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't get any because they didn't have any like. Like I didn't find any like volume 1s or anything like that, and like I want to leave those for the kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I've already read all that and stuff. I mean, I haven't
You
read.
should buy them for a kid and give them to him.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
That's a good idea. I always compliment the kids too. Like some people be carrying around the posters they got from book fair, like My Hero Academia posters. I'm like, yo, that's sick.
Hey, for
That's
real.
so sick.
For real. I wanted to ask too, do you ever see anybody wearing like Yeezys or any middle schoolers? I would imagine middle schoolers are doing that.
No, I
nowadays.
see them wearing. A lot of them will walk like they got a stick up their ass because they don't want to crease their shoes. And
So what are they wearing? They got like J1s,
yeah,
Jordan 1s.
no, I think a lot of them have forces, and
Yeah.
I haven't noticed anything like crazy or anything like extravagant. But I'm also not a sneakerhead, so like there might be some that are actually like dope ass shoes that like I just don't realize are that dope. But a lot the people who have noticed walking like that are just wearing like forces. They're not wearing like anything too crazy.
Makes sense. Yeah. Forces
Props
are,
to them though, dude. Like I mean,
Yeah,
like that's cool.
yeah,
They're like
yeah.
monitoring their style. You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying? That's cool.
Yeah, forces are something you could get a kid. You could get a middle schooler. They're like $90. That's fair. I'll give my middle school kid forces.
It's so cute too to see them like step on each. Like one kid stepped on this kid's shoe the other day, and he was wearing what are the shoes that you showed Snap God? Jordan 1s.
You know?
I think he was wearing those, and the kid stepped on him on accident, and he was like so apologetic. He's like, "I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do that." And like sometimes they're at each other's throats with how they like tease each other and stuff, but he
Yeah.
was straight up like apologetic, like, "Yo, I'm so sorry, I just stepped on your shoe." And he's like, "It's all good, it's all good." And I'm like, "Y'all are fucking."
That's
True.
hilarious. All right, well,
Do you have any other rifle questions?
you wash your hoodies
On occasion.
on occasion.
I don't wear hoodies very often. We in Florida.
How often you change your sheets? Okay.
Pretty often, especially having Gohan now.
How often?
I
Pretty
try once every 2 weeks.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice. Good for you.
Sometimes it doesn't always work, and usually I go to sleep without sheets on because I don't give myself enough time. So they're in the dryer.
So, I feel that. We're gonna wrap it up here. Cameras are dying. We're on our last leg out. But if you've made it this far, hit a like on the YouTube and rate and review us if you're listening to audio. Thank you. We appreciate your support.
Couldn't do it without you.
Follow us on Instagram, City of Pawns Podcast on Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube.
We're not slowing down.
We are not slowing down. We've got heavy hitters coming at
Very
you.
excited for this month.
We got a heavy month lined up in September, so
Yes,
make sure you
sir.
subscribe, follow.
So
tune
last
into what
little
we got
bit,
doing on.
to pre-order my book, Professor Shred's Daily Grind, Volume 1. You have, once this episode drops, you'll have a handful of more days. I have a cool pre-order stuff going on where you can get t-shirts
Where can they
and
find that at?
stickers.
Where can they find that at? Where can
I
they support?
have links in all my bios, like all my Instagram bio. I have links. The actual link to the Kickstarter is all over Facebook and stuff like that. But
Go to this man's IG.
or if you just go to Kickstarter.com and like search Professor Shred, you can probably find it. But on IG in my bio. And
Nice.
I'm stoked, bro. I'm almost to the goal, and once I get that goal, it's all gonna be in line. And then come my birthday in November, release party, bro. Anyone supporting me, backing me on the project and Kickstarter is getting a fat merch box and invitation to the release party.
Get it while you can. It's truly one of a kind. Legendary stuff.
I hope people like it, and I hope that we
they're
were
gonna
able
love
to
it.
organize some sort of like podcast party at the release to where we can do like, you know, I can have my physical copies of the book for anyone who wants to like get one or get another one or get one signed or anything like that. We could do a cool podcast like during the
for
party. Do like what we wanted for the anniversary show. Just like have it be a whole fun event. So if
Yeah.
you're in Southwest Florida, tap in for real. And if you're not in Southwest Florida, stay tuned for the content.
That's it. That's it. So, support the boy. Support the homies.
Drink water.
Stream some local music. Drink some water. Mountain water. What's it called? Liquid
Liquid
Death.
Death.
There it is.
Not sponsored yet.
Yeah, not sponsored yet.
Email's coming.
Email us. citypalms@gmail.com. Yeah. Thank you guys. It's been episode 98. Hit them with that outro, biscuit.
You.